BharatPe's Madhuri Jain sent a letter to Alvarez Marsal about the leak of the investigation report. Bengaluru, Madhuri Jain, controller at BharatPe and wife of the company's co-founder Ashneer Grover, has written to Alvarez Marsal on Thursday, questioning the consulting firm about recent media leaks. Her letter also questions the manner in which a probe into alleged irregularities at the fintech firm is being conducted. AM's initial investigation showed that Jain and other family members were allegedly involved in financial irregularities at BharatPe, ET reported on February 4. Jain's letter said that she was considering legal action against the firm and has demanded an internal investigation on how the contents of the probe undertaken by AM were allegedly leaked. It is quite surprising that the report, which has been made available to the media, is neither available with the company nor has been provided to me, said Jain in the letter addressed to Manish Sahgal, AM's managing director in the country. Even assuming that such a report does exist, it is common practice that where there is a report making allegations or casting aspersions against any individual, the identity of such an individual is kept confidential. Interestingly, in her letter to AM, she said the fact that the findings of the report were leaked to the media makes her firmly believe that the inquirer was aimed to solely tarnish her reputation, and that it is a complete eyewash. The letter was also marked to all the board members of BharatPe. Jain is currently on leave from the company. Grover too is on leave till the end of March. Jain and BharatPe co-founder Ashneer Grover did not respond to calls or messages. BharatPe and AM did not respond to ET's queries. Discover the stories of your interest: blockchain 5 stories, cyber safety 7 stories, fintech 9 stories, E-comm 9 stories, Mill 8 stories, Edtech 6 stories. She questioned the report's intent in the context of the widely available excerpt. Clearly, the excerpts of the alleged report freely available in the media show that your organization has not even followed these basic rules of confidentiality and ethics, Jain wrote. It is clear to me that the report has been leaked to the media with a malicious intent. Lens on governance. Late last month, BharatPe's board had brought in AM to conduct an independent probe into the internal governance practices at the fintech firm. Last week, preliminary findings of the internal investigation undertaken by BharatPe through independent consultant AM showed that BharatPe pays recruitment fees to a number of consultants for employees recruited through them. However, in 5 of these cases, while employees confirmed their dates of joining as mentioned in the vendor invoices, they denied being recruited by the consultant mentioned in the invoices. The preliminary findings were dated January 24. Further, the initial findings said BharatPe's controls head Jain was allegedly in receipt of at least 3 of these invoices herself. The invoices were allegedly created by Shwetank Jain, Jain's brother, the report added. The findings also mentioned that BharatPe was also probed last year by the Directorate General of GST Intelligence on alleged financial irregularities surrounding payments made to vendors. Here, Jain's brother-in-law Deepak Jagdishram Gupta allegedly owned up in his reply to DGGI that he was responsible for the procurements made to vendors, and pleaded with the authorities to not send a show cause notice. The preliminary findings said, "We have come to know that our vendors, as informed by the DGGI officers, do not exist or never operated at their principal place of business. We do not want a show cause notice from the department on this matter and request you to waive the SCN," Gupta reportedly told the DGGI. Considering legal action. In her letter, Jain has said she has the right to take legal action against the consulting firm. "I reserve all my legal rights, in civil and criminal law, to take appropriate legal action at your risk, cost and consequence for your conduct, which has caused irreparable harm to my reputation and that of my family," said Jain in her mail to AM. Last week, AT reported that Grover had hired New Delhi-based law firm Karanjawala Co. to take legal advice amid mounting pressure on him from the board to leave the fintech he helped found. ET also reported that Grover had written to BharatPe's board asking them to remove current chief executive Suhail Samir from the board of directors. BharatPe co-founder Shashvat Nakrani later issued a statement saying he backs Samir's nomination on the board. In his first interaction since an alleged expletive-laden audio clip became public, Grover told ET that he would participate in the probe as long as it was in accordance with the law. "I'm happy to participate in anything, as long as it is fair and as per Indian laws. Anything extrajudicial or if anyone wants to go overboard, I will not be able to participate. I'm very clear as far as my personal wealth is concerned, it's an open book," Grover had then said.